All right, so this is my Unit 1 review, take two, because I just went past the 15 minutes, so I'm restarting because I wasn't even getting close to done. So I'm going to move a lot faster this time. Anyway, week 1, we had the syllabus quiz. We had 3 questions. We did introductions of ourselves in hopes of possibly grouping up. Um, and we also did the tape experiment, talking about static electricity, or not electricity, it was static, and and then we had a neat resource. I posted a video um, in regards to static, a neat resource video in regards to static, and I reviewed a lot of other people's videos, and there was some pretty cool stuff that week. It was quite interesting to understand a little bit more behind the static and how that worked. But um, so week 1, I was actually in Europe, and it was a little bit harder to stay on top of everything and stay focused. So, but um, it was a good week, and I gave my weekly summary that week. Week 2, we talked about the nature of science, and had a good debate about that, and essentially talking about how um, theories are, and the difference between, you know, what is actuality and what is what's a theory and what's truth, and what's proven, in those types of concepts, and how, in science you can't prove something is actual, but you can disprove it. And my theories behind that were, um, I agreed with that, but at the same time, I I believe that there's definitely, um, well, I don't know where I was going with that thought. Actually, I just got brain freeze. But either way, so we talked about that. Um, then we teamed up, or we were supposed to be working on getting a team that week. Um, we actually got our team. Our team is Pinky and the Brain. Um, our teammates were me, Andrew Bond, Kevin Williams, Jordan Klaus, and Shauna Moresco. Um, this week um, I did a neat resource. It was on light, and it talked about, some of the cool facts behind light travel and that kind of stuff. Once again, there was a lot of neat videos. Saw a lot of people's videos that were really cool. Um, we did, uh, I did my weekly summary this week. Um, the In the next week, we talked about four-dimensional thinking, and how basically the different aspects of life fit within different domains or different dimensions. And realistically, David put forth that religion and science should never be in clash because they're in different domains. And I tend to agree with him. I think that things have their um, reason and purpose. This week we started working on our cookers. I built a parabolic cooker. Uh, I got the idea from, I actually built mine out of an old satellite dish, and I believe it was Green Science or Green Technology. I'll have to get the exact um, YouTube guy that I saw it, but I made a few different changes to his deal. But um, I had some cool things that happened with my experiment that week in the video. Let me see if I can get there real fast. I don't know how much time I've taken already, but um, I tested out my parabolic cooker, and
Okay, so
I'll show you the
here's the
the first test here. Let's see if I can zoom
runs to
fast
see
forward
how.
to it.
We'll try to leave first.
I got a leaf.
Let's see if I can do this. Try and find the spot. That's best. quickly. And it's on fire.
So that was pretty fast. Next, I tried a piece of tissue paper. This was like the most revealing thing for me because of the fact that I actually never could get it to light on fire. I mean, I probably, maybe if I sat there long enough, I could have, but I mean, you saw the leaf light up in no time at all. So this gave me a good reflection or reflective lesson, um, and how white typically reflects back the heat, and the transfer doesn't happen as efficiently as something like black. But once again, just to prove that it's not something crazy, I'll show you the next one, which was a piece of wood.
Thick, nothing on it.
And literally within, I don't know, 30 seconds or something, thing is already on fire. So it's pretty fun. Um, so let me see if I can find where I'm actually doing the sphere. Um, Ultimately, I ended up doing a different variations of the. I spray painted a glass mason jar, and it was pretty crazy because I ended up actually shattering the glass mason jar because I didn't have quite enough water to where it evaporated enough or whatever that essentially I left it there so long because I was trying to get it to boil, and the focal point was too high on the bottle, and it ended up shattering the bottle actually. But I never was able to get it to boil. I got it really close within the 60 minutes, but I did actually get it to boil after that. So it's pretty neat. I did do quite a lot of variations on it. I tried putting an oven bag over the bottle. It actually worked better without the oven bag. Does require a lot of freaking maintenance as far as keeping it, maintaining it in the focal, with getting the focal point right on the bottle and keeping it cooking at its maximum potential. Um, but yeah, so and then in the fourth week, I focused a lot on making sure everybody got all their stuff in, working on the Prezi. Um, we did get our Prezi posted. I'm gonna pull it up and show you. I'm hurrying because I don't know how much time's left, and last time I've already done this once, like I said. So um, our Prezi. Sorry, I'm already a couple pages in here. Um, like I said, we're pinky in the brain, so got to go big or go home. It's world domination, baby. Anyway, so here's our cooker. Pinky's getting fried up, but zooms in, talks about the parabolic cooker, and some of the supplies that I used, and then the design that I chose. And there's my parabolic cooker with a bottle, and pros and cons of that design, and the physics behind it. We got our my chart and the uh, light ray graph or whatever you want to call it, but this talked about the thermodynamics and the transfer of heat and trying to equalize out in the water, sucking the heat out because of the thermodynamics. It also we talked about um, um, what was it? Well, we talked about phase change, and then that's when water turns to steam or a gas. We talked about um, electromagnetic radiation. Whenever the particles charge the atom, it causes the atom to the molecule to be misplaced, and then it comes back and it makes a wave, and that's what causes the heat to be made in this particular system. Um, and we talked about energy, but anyway, that's my particular part. And then we had the box cookers. We had two different box cookers. It was Shauna and uh, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. Jordan, Shauna and Jordan did box cookers. So they have theirs, and they had a pizza box and an office box, and then their physics. And then we had the supplies for Kevin's. He did a panel cooker. He made it out of a car shade, and, and the physics behind his as well. And then, of course, that's the end. But anyway, so that is pretty much the long and the short of that. And then, like I said, I posted the presentation or a Prezi, and then I'm gonna put, this is my unit summary. As far as how much time I spent on this class, a lot. Um, over the last few days, I've been spending, honestly, 5 hours a day maybe. But this Prezi took a lot for me, so. Um, and then I would say in general, I probably spend about 10 hours a week. Um, realistically, that's probably, but it does take quite a bit. So, and sometimes I spend more than that just because I'm crazy and I like to do crazy things. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this class so far. I kind of knew what I was getting into when I got into it because I've had David before, but I appreciate the unconventional methods he uses to teach with, and I get excited about all the projects. I really like it. I like doing the experiments, and if I didn't have to do all the write-ups, I would love his class. So anyway, that is uh, that is it for this week and Unit 1. I'm looking forward to Unit 2. Where is the freaking recorder?